Hey there, welcome to my visual podcast, Tea Talks. I'm the host, 𝗬𝗨𝗪. Be sure to check out my other episodes. It's under my Tea Talks playlist for your convenience. But if you're back, hey bestie. Today's topic was actually suggested by 𝗓𝗨𝗪. So, hey girl, thanks for the topic. So, healthy relationships. How to maintain them is the conversation we'll be getting into today. I think nowadays it's harder than ever to maintain healthy relationships, and not because having healthy relationships is hard, but because the influence we're surrounded by, they almost disregard and look down on it. Social media is saturated with romanticizing unhealthy and toxic relationships. Being crazy, being dishonest, not having any trust, not supporting one another, as I talked about in my last episode. And these are some of the main key things to having standard relationships. And those are the main things that people don't have nowadays. Now, I love 𝗓𝗄𝗁. Okay, she is my spirit animal for real. Baby. But I would never, ever want a relationship like that. Not one like many public figures, actually. That's why I don't really believe in basing my relationship and goals off of other people's relationships. It's like people go into friendships and relationships with their guard up, which doesn't give that person an honest chance. Even if they prove you right, I believe everybody deserves the chance of proving who they truly are. Now, that don't mean be gullible and naive and over trusting at all, but not placing other people's mistakes on a new person whose name you don't even know. I've been on both sides of the spectrum though. I am guilty. I'm a victim of it being done on me and also doing it to others. So I definitely know what I'm talking about right now. But I am talking general relationships. But switching it just solely romantic relationships, I think everybody has fell into the whole, all men the same, all women the same. After a breakup or a heartbreak. Baby, I've been in the phase in my life where I don't even be wanting to be in the same proximity of a man. Like I don't want to hear him talk. I don't want to see him. I don't want to know if they exist. Then I have this thing where if I dislike you, I'll dislike you by affiliation. So that means like if you friends with from the same city, from the same state, the same country, you could drive the same car as the last person that I dealt with and I don't like you. Just plain crazy. Mental, I know. I'm trying to grow out of it though. And I'm trying hard, I promise. But I just be hating everything that reminds me of that person. But I know that has led me short to where I've possibly missed out on things or good things or good people because of these strong feelings that I've had because of what someone else in the past has done. And that's not fair. Like, that's unfair. I've had to apologize for it before, and I at least can hold myself accountable for it though. A lot of people can't. They'll just do you like that and go about their business. I think the problem lies not just in accountability, but actively changing it. We're not going to be in contact long if you're constantly doing the things you apologizing for, because that shows you're not truly sorry. You've justified your actions to yourself to where you'll never truly feel bad for doing what you do. And I can't be around somebody like that. I need people who can take accountability for their actions. And I just can't stand the mindset of that's just who I am. That is not who you is. That is not who you are. That's who you've conditioned yourself to be because of trauma and bad experiences. Like, no one is truly nonchalant in my eyes. Like, you're just emotionally incompetent. You just can't express yourself. Probably from something like not having your needs met verbally because somebody wasn't listening to you. But that doesn't mean you're nonchalant. That means you haven't met a person that actually listens to your verbal needs. You're not heartless. You're scared of more hurt. I feel all these are just excuses of being unhealed in these aspects. And the only person who can heal them is you. Healing is an active choice. You have to not only choose, okay, I'm going to heal from this, I'm going to get over this, but you have to continuously work on it. You have to continuously work towards that happy place. Like, these are words from experience, and more than once at that. And that's exactly how I know it's unending. You can be good one day, happy, no worries, like you just living your best life, and then literally later on that same day, don't even have to be the next day, you literally crying your eyes out over the same fresh situation. But I am thankful to be where I am now, though, because I can truly say that I am happy. Like, I don't really have too many of those moments. So I think the start of a healthy relationship is the person being healthy and stable, mentally and emotionally. The person themselves, starting with you. Don't become who hurt you. That's a word, baby. A person unhappy with themselves can't give you happiness. That's another word, okay? You gotta listen to me. How can they give you something that they don't even have? How they gonna give you happiness? They're not even happy with themselves. Even if they try to fake it, the trauma comes to the light, honey. And I don't really feel like a person somewhat still bothered by something is a red flag. But when they base things between y'all and isn't actively trying to change and better it, then it definitely is. That's a red flag. The worst of all really be the talking down on exes or just constantly even talking about exes, because do I need to help you go find them? Like, why are we talking about them? Like, I've noticed a lot of people saying platonically somebody without friends is a red flag. Now, that being me, low-key, I definitely don't agree. But I also could see how it could be a red flag. I guess from my perspective is, one, I don't claim everyone as a friend anymore. So when I say I don't have friends, I mean there isn't a lot of people that I talk to constantly. It's not a lot of people that I feel is reliable. Not a lot of people that I would vent to or Apple Pay request $10 for some lunch right now. It's not a lot of people of that. But, and I probably have like maybe 4 or 5 people who confidently fit in that category. But I also know a lot of people. There's a lot of people who know me, who I've even had whole conversations with. You know, they done vented to me before, but I wouldn't consider them as a friend, or at least not a close friend. So the contrast kind of inclines me to say like, oh, I don't have any friends. Now too, I also feel like I've outgrown a lot of my friends as well. I feel like I don't really relate to certain people anymore because I'm really in a new place in life, a better place at that than I was. And when it's said like that, a lot of bonds be hurt or trauma bonds. I don't have the same conversations I did a year or 2 ago because I'm not experiencing those things anymore. I'm not in that same place anymore. I'm not talking about how trash men are because I'm really not actively experiencing trash men. I mean, no doubt they're still trash and they're still there. Trust me. But it's just not my interest anymore. Like, I got better things to talk about and to think about. So in this phase of my life, I think a lot of my no friends is simply not relating as much as we used to and growing at different speed, which is not a problem. It's okay. That's fine because everyone grows and have their epiphany in life at different moments. And this just happened to be mine. Now, could that be everyone? No friend excuse? I don't know. But it's mine and why I don't look at it as a red flag. But if you're just obviously a terrible, messy, or something type person, then it's obvious why you don't have friends. So maintaining healthy relationships comes with a lot of self-reflecting, like being healed enough to handle building something, because all relationships, platonically or not, romantically, are built. You're not going to find the perfect friend, the perfect boyfriend, the perfect girlfriend out the sky. You gotta work for it. You gotta build for that. And also giving people the opportunity to show who they are. And of course, believing them the first time. Like they say, don't let somebody have to tell you twice that they don't want you. But because that leads to all the trust issues and stuff, because you're not heeding the warnings. But don't react before a warning. Like, let somebody actually show you that they not trustworthy, they not worth your time before you just really jump to their conclusion that they're not. Then, most of all, like I've said, don't become who hurt you. For real. Like, some situations can leave you bitter and angry, but that healing, that's what prevents you doing somebody how you were done. Like, faulting them for somebody else because you weren't over it or was triggered easily. So these are one of those topics that I really could have a good conversation about for a good while. Like, I can really just sit here and talk to y'all about this all day. But I think I summed up my main opinions pretty well. How do you maintain your relationships with people? Be sure to use the comment section down below as a discussion board and get into the conversation. Thank you for tuning in to Tea Talks. Be sure to subscribe and don't miss episode 5. Oh my God, they're going by so fast because we're going to be getting into relationships with kids now. And we basically going to be talking about gentle parenting and if it's realistic, okay? Now that topic was suggested by Ginger's Good Vibes, so shout out to her and stay tuned. Be sure to follow me on all my social medias. Everything is at OnlyTiari. My main platforms though are Instagram and TikTok, so definitely follow me on there, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you don't miss episode 5 and when it drops, but of course it will be on a Tuesday, so just pop back in on a Tuesday just to make sure that you didn't miss it. Also, this is episode 4, so please check out episode 1 through 3 and get into those conversations because y'all, we be talking about some relatable topics. Like, it's not just topics for content creators, it's not just topics for black girls, it's not even just topics for girls, it's for people who generally go through the same types of things every day. So please be sure to check those out. I got a whole playlist for your convenience of everything in order. Everything there is on the Tea Talks playlist. I'll probably have it linked in the description box below just so you can get to it a little easier, okay? I am open to all opinions as long as they stay respectful. This is just my opinion on these topics. We'll keep it an open conversation, but let's not get hasty, okay? All right, that's it. That's all. Bye.